Hello, Legacy Leaders. Happy Thursday. It's Tip Thursday. I feel like I've not been around for a while. My goodness. I don't know. Like, where have I been? I don't know what I've been doing. All right. So, we are going to chat about today when you don't get along with your upline or your downline. Okay? This is important, of course, but it's something that happens. We're in a business that is primarily women. We know how women can be. Let's all be real, okay? But we're in a business that's primarily women, and you're not always going to agree with your upline or your downline. You're not always going to see eye to eye. That's just life. It's the way it goes. We're all created differently, right? We all run our business differently, and that's something we celebrate. Disagreements are going to happen, right? If you are close to someone outside of Scentsy, and they're on your team, maybe you guys have a falling out of some sort. Like, these things happen. Hey, Shannon. So I'm just going to help you be prepared and speak a little bit of truth to you because you know it's what I do best. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to be super honest with you. This is a business. This is a business, right? It's a business. And so again, as I say all the time, put your feelings in your pocket. I don't care if your upline or downline hit your baby daddy with a car. This is a business. There's a time and a place for that. Hey, Shonda. Hey, Nikki. And there is a time and a place for your business. We've got to learn to separate business from people, okay? Because I see Laura's comment. If Laura and I are besties on the outside of Scentsy, that's great. We need to go into friend mode. Then we need to go into business mode, okay? Two different modes, and it is tricky to deal with those modes. But that's why this isn't just for uplines, this is for downlines, this is for all the people, okay? We're going to be looking at it from all the sides. Hey, Devin. So, it does not matter, okay? Separate the person from the leader or the person from the downline, okay? It does not matter if you've got drama going on outside. We are still going to treat that person with respect and love because they're a human being, all right? That's just end of story. So, that's what we do. We ain't treating people rudely because it's just not okay, all right? So, for my uplines, if you're in an upline position and your downline cannot stand you and you are just button heads all the time, this is for you for a second. You need to keep it business. I know that the lines can't blur like I just said, but you need to keep it business. You're not going to sit here and not shout that person out because you don't like them as a person. No, they're a teamie. Do for one what you can do for 100. You're going to treat them the same. Right? Okay. If I'm sitting here, I mean, it's like I always relate to kids because that's just what I think about. But like, if my almost 12-year-old pisses me off, like he's still my kid. Right? I can be mad in the moment, but like he's still my kid. I'm still going to love him, still going to treat him. It's the same thing with your teenies. Those are your people. Love them hard. Okay. That doesn't mean that you have to not be honest with them. You can be honest with them. You can tell it like it is, but just try not to blur those lines, okay? It's a business, all right? We're not going to play petty. We're not doing that. Hey, Whitney, I will be super, super honest with you guys. I have a downline who cannot stand me. I'm probably have more than one that I know of, but I have one that I know for sure. One that I know for sure that cannot stand me, and that's okay. That's okay. They earn the incentive, and I had already ordered all the stuff to send to the people who earn the incentive. And I'm not going to sit here and not send that person their stuff because that's not right because I already ordered it with them in mind, okay? Now that person has removed themselves from me, from my group, and they have blocked me, just going to be very honest. So next time they earn an incentive and I can see it, I mean, you remove yourself from the situation. I'm not obligated to do anything at that point, right? Because they have already removed themselves. That's completely different. But we're not going to sit here and not shout people out. If you remove yourself from my team page and you're in the top 10, I'm not shouting you out. You removed yourself. But if I just can't get along with you when you're in the top 10, I'm still going to shout you out because it's business. Does that make sense? Hope everybody's tracking that, okay? So that's for my upline people. It's a business. Remember that, okay? For my downline people, if you are a downline that cannot stand your upline, you are not in their position. You're not going to like everything they do. You're not going to agree with everything they do, okay? You have to know that certain directors and above, right? Hey, Andra, we have compliance. So where you think that we shouldn't be doing something, we've got to sit here and we've got to say, no, it's in I'm out of compliance if I don't do that. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be out of compliance, and I'm not going to put my business at risk because you don't like something. Okay? So think about that. If you're a downline, you've got to be thinking about those things. If you're like, I really just don't like the way she does this, but you're not there. You don't know everything, right? It's kind of like when you were a kid and your parents used to do things and you're like, I don't know why they're doing that. Why would that doesn't make any sense to me. And now as an adult, when you have kids, you're like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's the same type of thing, okay? Hey, Haley. So think about that. 9 out of 10 times, your upline is focused on business. They're focused on business, okay? If they're running this like a business, they're focused on business. They're not coming for you. It's not about you. It's not personal, you guys. Again, business. This is a business, okay? And I will tell you this too, you cannot like somebody and still respect them for the position they're in and what it took to get them there. Want to say it again? You cannot like somebody and still respect them for the position that they're in and what it took to get them there. And I guarantee you, most likely they want the same for you. If that's your goals, they want that for you. They want you to get there too, okay? So they're not gonna sit here and be super sweet and all mushy and gushy to get you to the next level because it's a business. That's not their focus. They're like, no, we're gonna do the hard things, we're gonna get through it, and let's go. And that's it. It's not coming for you, okay? So think about that when you're upset with what your upline is doing or how you don't like that they did something. Even if you don't like what they're doing, you can learn something from everyone. You can learn something from everybody, even if it's how not to do something, right? So my husband tells me all the time, he grew up and his parents are, oh Lord, they're just a mess. And he's like, if nothing else, I learned what I don't want to be. Okay? If nothing else, you're like, I cannot stand my director. You know what you don't want to be. You know what you don't want to do, okay? Now you can take all that stuff and you can cultivate your own. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is how I want to lead. I like this and I like that, but I don't like this. Pick and choose what you want, okay? But still have respect for that person in their position, all right? You are, I don't even know how to like really say this nicely. Whitney said the other night, she was like, I don't know how to say it nicely, so I'm not going to say it. I am going to say it because it's just what I do. But you are not the same as your director. And I say that with love, but like it took some stuff for that director to become a director. It took some stuff for me to become an SD. It took some stuff for Whitney to become an SSD. I am not the same as Whitney, okay? Like, I'm just not. And that's okay. One day I will be, but right now I'm not. So because I'm not, I've got to respect where she's at, whether I like what she's saying or not. Because I know she worked her backside off. I know that she's got this huge team of people and she is doing the darn thing, okay? She did something right to get there. She wasn't just an accident, all right? That's where that respect comes in, and that's where you treat your upline with that respect, okay? So think about this. So this is for the uplines and the downlines. We got everybody, all right? You need to be 100% honest when you have a disagreement with somebody, okay? With what your role is. You gotta look internally, you guys. You are not perfect. I am not perfect. I played a role in whatever it was, right? With my person who has blocked me, I played a role, okay? I probably wasn't, I don't even know what role I played in that one, but I'm sure I played a role. I don't really know what it is yet, but I'm still looking and still just trying to work and figure out, you know, what I can do better as a leader. But I played a role, that person played a role, okay? So we have to be able to be very honest with ourselves. Why are we offended by what they're doing? Why are we offended with them being completely honest with us? Is it because we're not doing what we're supposed to? Right? Why are we offended that we're blocked? What is the root to the issue? Because it's not just, they blocked me. Man, she was really honest with me and I didn't like it. There's a little bit more to it, right? So what is that? We've got to dig deep in ourselves and we've got to figure that out, okay? Next, look at what triggered the situation. What outside forces were triggering the situation between the two of you to where it just exploded and came to a head, okay? And if you're not ready to resolve it, or you can't, maybe you're blocked, you can't resolve it even if you wanted to, there's that. If you're not ready, then that's okay, right? But you still need to be focusing on your business, right? And staying in your lane. So that's another thing. You have to stay in your lane. Figure out what triggered the situation. Work it out if you can. If you can't, okay, but stay in your lane, okay? The next thing, y'all, communicate. It's as simple as that. Communicate. You don't like what somebody's saying. You don't like the way they did it. You don't like that they accidentally missed you on something. I promise it probably wasn't on purpose. There's a lot of names, okay, to be looking at. But communicate. We're adults. Stop it. Seriously, stop, you guys. If you don't like something, hey, you know what? I'm having a really hard time with this. Or I feel like when you do this, it makes it so I can't communicate with my team and I'm really, really frustrated. Okay, well, then I can come back and say, well, as a star director, this is why I did this. And I'm doing it this way because I'm held to a standard. I have compliance. I'm not just going to like pick one person to not focus on, right? When I've got all of these people, I'm not going to go through my reports and find that one person to unclick for my email. It's not going to happen. Like, there's so much more, okay? Communicate. Talk with people. It's okay. Another thing, stop the drama. Stop it. Stop the drama, you guys. Like, this is silly. It's all so silly when people are like, I don't know if I want to have a team anymore because I don't get along with this person. Okay. Just a little bit dramatic. So let's just calm it down, okay? We're not going to sit here and we're not going to put all the drama forth because, you guys, this is bigger than just you. It's so much bigger than just you. So when you're sitting here and you're like, I'm so mad that I'm going to take myself off the leaders page, you just screwed your team. It's bigger than just you. You literally just screwed your team. Where are you getting information to help them? Where are you getting information to better yourself? There's so many leaders on here. You don't have to listen to just one. If you don't like that person or you don't like what they're saying or how they're teaching, probably should think about why you don't like what they're saying. Just throwing that out there. But like, it's bigger than you. So when you take yourself and you're like, I don't want to deal with them anymore. I can't be led by that person. That's fine. Then don't be. But don't make your team suffer. Stop with the drama, okay? Look outside, long lens, all right? If you want to be in this business for a long time, you literally cannot do things like that. It's detrimental to your business and to your team, all right? That's just common sense in my brain, but not for everybody. So there's that. Another thing, think positive about that person. What does that person do well that you don't get along with? Focus on those things. Stop worrying about all the other stuff. What do they do well? Right? If you're like, man, I know Anya on the outside of this and she is all over the place. She's a hot mess. She leaves her wallet at home and has to be escorted home by the military police. Like, I cannot hang out with her because I'm organized and I'm straight-laced and I'm this. Okay, well, let's look. What does Anya do well? That's what you're going to focus on, okay? You're not just going to focus on that person's negatives or what they're not doing well. We're going to focus on what they do well, and then the rest, don't even worry about it because we're staying in our own lane, okay? We're focused on our business. The next thing, y'all connect with other people. Connect with other people. If you don't like one leader, connect with another one. All right, connect with another leader. If you're like, man, I'm having a really hard time with that one downline, if they've got a team, talk to their people that they've sponsored, their downline. Connect with those people, okay? You don't have to sit here and be like, I don't like them, I'm removing myself. No, connect with other people to help you in this business, to help you focus, okay, on what is important and what matters most. Remember, we always complain up, not down. We're not complaining down, we're complaining up. So if you're like, I cannot with Anya, oh my goodness, then find another star director. Find another director to talk to connect with on a business level, okay? Think about those things, all right? And the last thing I have for you guys is really stay true to you. It is it's just frustrating when you know your heart, right? But like sometimes other people can't see that. Or sometimes they're so offended by what's going on in the outside, they don't even care what your heart is, okay? You've got to stay true to you. You've got to stay true to who you are, how you are as a leader. You've always got to be willing to grow, yes, and see where your faults are. Absolutely. Like I said, we've got to look internally like, I play a part, you play a part, okay? Let's just be very honest with ourselves. There's not one side to the story. We all know this, okay? But you've still got to be willing to grow your mindset and grow who you are, but be true to yourself. Just because this one person not just one person, so many people, don't like me being honest with them, I want the best for your business. I'm going to be honest with you. that's just me. And that is how it is. Can I be honest, maybe in a little bit nicer way? Yes, I'm really trying to work on that. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not going to stop being honest. I'm not just going to sit here and pretend like certain things that you're focused on in your business are okay when it's not helping you in the long run. As a leader, I'm not doing that. I refuse. So that's what I mean by staying true to you. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to pour out the facts. I'm going to be like, hey, this is really probably what you should be focusing on. You take it or leave it. All right? You take it or leave it. But I've got to stay true to who I am. Okay? And it's the same thing for you guys. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to your values, but always be willing to open your eyes and grow. Okay? Because, again, it's a business. It's a business, and we're not focused on just people that because we don't like them, okay, or we don't like what they're doing. We're focused on what can this person pour into me for my business to be the best it can be. That rhymed. That was good. That's good. What can this person pour into me for my business to be the best it can be? It doesn't matter if you like them. It doesn't matter if you don't like what they're doing. Obviously, they can make your business better in some way, shape, or form, even if they're your downline. I bet you they have different ideas than you ever would have thought of because you're not the same, right? So we have to remember that. All of those things, stay in your lane, stay true to yourself, quit the drama. Do not remove yourself from a group. You guys, I can't even stress this enough. Do not remove yourself from a group because it's not just about you. You and one leader on here, like that's silly. That's ridiculous. Because guess what? That whole team of 100+ people that you have are now so screwed. They're so screwed. They don't have the opportunities and the resources that you have because you just cut it off from them. That's so selfish, okay? It's a business. Remember that. Put your feelings in your pocket. Let's remember we can learn something from everyone. For our leaders, we need to have respect, period, because they're in that position for a reason, okay? And we are going to do the darn thing, and we're going to make sure that our businesses thrive. Okay? Because we're focused on the right stuff. And that's what we're doing. So that's what I have for you if you don't get along with your downline or your upline. Business first. All right? Y'all have a great Thursday. Bye, guys.